Hey, Shalom Israel Most High in Christ bless. I'm obviously on with IUIC Baton Rouge, man. So today we got a class addressing the bond and unity amongst the body of not only our congregation, but yours as well. All right. So is your love conditional or unconditional? Give me the definition of conditional real quick. I know I didn't send that to you, but give me that. It just crossed my mind. The definition of unconditional. I'll read it. Conditional. Subject to one or more conditions or requirements being met, made or granted on certain terms. So, yeah. So that's why the title is Your Love Conditional? Put it back up, please. So are you giving love towards brothers and sisters based off conditions? Are the requirements being met? Are they doing something for you? Is that why you're showing them love? Or are you bringing forth their brotherly love unconditionally? It doesn't matter what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So give me that first video I sent you with Godfrey, our brother.
Can I tell you a story?
Sure, I'd love to hear
Okay,
it.
there was a guy I knew who was a big-time drug dealer, pushing mad weight. He was one of the biggest in New York City. And he was telling us, me and my boy and shit, Artie Fuqua, he was telling us, you know, I ain't afraid of shit. I ain't afraid of nothing. He goes, but I went to
Excuse the
China
language.
to make this deal with the mafia over
Turn
there,
it up.
the triads and shit.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm talking to these dudes. And he goes, I ain't never been afraid of shit. But when I got into their like headquarters,
Yeah.
they were so organized. It was scaring the shit out of me. They were so calm and so organized. They were sharp. And the guy, he's talking to the head dude, and he goes, you know the one thing about black people? He says, you guys are, you're the trendsetters. Everybody copy black people. You're so creative. Your music, your style, everybody like black people. We're jealous of you. But the one thing you don't have is unity. Very easy to break you up. Wow. And this is in the drug game. He says, we don't
He ain't lie, though.
He says, we can't even organize crime. Wow.
All right,
We
that's
can't
it.
even organize.
So without unity, you'll fall apart. So that's why it's so important as a congregation that men and women both show that spirit of unity and love towards each other. Be willing to hear each other out. All right. So what can cause hatred is a question that a lot of people may not understand. Hatred originates from psychological factors like fear, insecurity, and a lack of self-love, often rooted in unresolved childhood trauma or negative experience. So which can cause you to view your brother or sister as a obstacle, okay? So these things can definitely play a role in that, right? So fear, projection is another thing. Haters often project their own negative traits or anxiety onto others, creating a external enemy to blame because you are uncomfortable or you're not satisfied with things going on in your life. You find reasons to blame somebody else. That's why it's important to deal with the things you have going on, right? Give me Romans 12:9. Romans 12:9. Because as a people, we have to remember. We need each other in this thing. You can't do this without me, and I can't do it without you. We have to learn how to resolve our problems. Read.
The book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 9. That love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good.
So the Bible said, let your love be without dissimulation. So the definition for dissimulation, right? So one of the words is that I like is misrepresentation. The action or offense of giving a false or misleading account of the nature of something. So you're misleading. You're not being genuine towards your brother or your sister. You're being fake. Deceit, dishonesty, lying, guile. So all these things are a form of dissimulation. So if you have a spirit of dissimulation, you have a spirit of fakeness. You know how people in the world say, you know, I don't like nobody that's fake. You're being fake with your brothers. You're being fake with your sisters. You can't be like that. It says, let love be without dissimulation, abhor, meaning hate that which is evil, cleave to that which is good. Give me Romans 12 and 10.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, in honor preferring one another.
So be kindly affectionate one to another is something that a lot of us don't portray. You grew up hard. You grew up going through these things, and you're unable yourself to show kindness to someone else. Because there's an old saying that says, hurt people hurt people. Damn. You got to think about that. Hurt people hurt people. So if you grew up with hatred, seeing hatred, receiving hatred, the only thing you know how to give is that same type of energy, that same type of spirit. Right? Read it again.
Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, and honor preferring one another.
And honor preferring one another. So ask yourself, is this a quality that you personally possess? Before you point the finger and blame others, do you have that loving quality about yourself? Are you showing that spirit towards other sisters? Because it's easy to say, oh, is this brother? Oh, he fake. He X, Y, and Z. But are you genuine towards everybody? Honestly, are you hiding who you really are? Because if you're hiding yourself, you're not being genuine. You're being fake. So brothers and sisters will talk a good game about unity. But how do you get it? Give me 1 John 3:18. 1 John chapter 3, verse 18.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
Read it again, I'm sorry.
My little children, let us not love in word.
So let us not love in word, meaning don't let your words stop there. Don't stop with your words. Oh, yeah, hey, shalom, bro, most high in Christ, bless, bro. I hope things go well for you, blessings and X, Y, and Z, king and blah, blah, blah. Oh, sis, whatever. Great swelling words. It says, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, right? Read.
But in deed and in truth.
But indeed, through your actions. What do your actions say? Do your actions say you care about the next brother? Do you care about the next sister? Or do you have that spirit of reveling? You want to argue. You want to cause rifts. You want to kick up dust, as they say. Read verse 19.
Verse 19. And hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts before him.
So hereby we know that we are of the truth and shall assure our hearts before him. So we got to get our minds together. That's how you know you girded in this thing. Get your mind together. Right? Hebrews 13 and 1. Hebrews 13 and 1.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 1. Let brotherly love continue.
So it's that simple. Let brotherly love continue. Do brotherly love continue outside of the school? Outside of the walls? Do you call one another? Or are you that type of brother to where, well, shit, he ain't called me? That type of sister, oh, he ain't calling me. She ain't calling me. Why I gotta call her? That's Satan. If that's in your mind, that's Satan. Will it continue when you are at odds with one another? When you have a disagreement with your sister? Will you still have love towards each other? Will brotherly love continue through affliction when you go through hardships and things like that? You got to keep these things in mind. Read verse 2.
Verse 2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares.
Read.
Remember them that are in bonds, as bound with them, and them which suffer adversity, as being yourselves also in the body.
We all going through affliction together. So the Bible said, remember them. Them that are in bonds, as bonds with them. We going through the same thing. What are you beefing with somebody over? You know what? I'm not going to use the word beef. What are you holding on to feelings for? What are you upset about? What are you still offended over? Because brothers will always say, nah, I'm not offended. Yes, you are. You're being emotional and you're hiding it. You're masking your woman qualities. You're masking your woman qualities. You're definitely offended. You just don't want to address it. As men, we was taught to bottle our emotions. We never want to seem emotional. Anger is an emotion. Happiness is an emotion. You're going to always display some type of emotion. When it spoke about being emotional, somehow you not being able to control yourself. So, read verse 3. I'm sorry, you read 3 already. Give me 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Because I bring this up all the time with Deacon Yashua. He always says, and I'm going to always speak on this. He was saying that self-examination is a spiritual gift. He says, I'm starting to believe that self-examination is a spiritual gift because people really can't see themselves. They can't see how they are. And it's so plain and evident to everybody else but you. Someone can tell you in your face, hey, X, Y, and Z. You will look them right in the eyes and say, nah, it's not me. Nah, I don't battle that. You're lying to yourself. Read that.
The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 5. Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves? How that Jesus Christ is in you, except ye be reprobates.
So prove your own selves. Examine yourself. You know what you battle. You know what you got going on internally. Or are you hiding something? I call it the Bruce Wayne complex. Brothers be living a double life. Brothers barely talk on Telegram. They don't want to talk on the phone. What the hell you doing? Saving Gotham? What you got going on, bro? Why you don't want to talk? Sisters do the same thing. Sisters just as guilty. They got all kind of stuff to say in person, but don't want to talk throughout the week. Why are you so private? What's going on within you? What are you doing that's hindering you, that have you in such a hold to where you can't communicate with your brothers, whom you claim you love, with your sisters, whom you claim you love? If we're all in here striving for the kingdom, that means we're striving to be amongst each other for all eternity, forever. That's a long time. That's not a few hours sitting in a classroom setting. Nah, you live amongst them consistently, right? Tabernacles. Were you in the spirit? Was you willing to be amongst your brothers and sisters? Or did you isolate yourself? Be standoffish. Say things like, oh yeah, I show myself. They only see you whenever you're going to the bathroom and going back to your tent. Is that you? Read verse 11.
Verse 11. Finally, brethren, farewell. Be perfect. Be good. Be of good comfort. Be of one mind.
So be of one mind. We all have to have that same mindset. You know what? If we know unity is the issue and the problem, let's work together to fix it. You know what, bro? I ain't been talking to you as much. I'm gonna make it my personal business to call you. Then once he call you, you return it. A matter of fact, don't even wait for him to call you. Beat him to it. What I see with us as a people, we always want to wait for somebody else to make the move first. Nah, I ain't gonna call shit. Hey, he know my number. That's a nigga mentality. It's a nigga mentality. Don't do that. Call. You call first. Read.
Live in peace, and the God of love and peace shall be with you.
See that? So be perfect, be of good comfort, be of one mind, live in peace. Brothers be at odds with each other. Brothers be beefing over the craziest things. Sisters be jealous, envious of whatever. Oh, her bread is better, or one sister, maybe her kid's bad as hell. And deep down inside, you feel some type of way because her child bad. You know how crazy you look? How crazy you sound? Why don't you offer help? Hey, sis, you ever thought about trying this? Because you may know how to resolve that matter. Go to verse 12.
Verse 12. Greet one another with an holy kiss.
So all these instructions that we get, greet one another with a holy kiss. That's not talking about you actually kissing nobody. Hell nah. Talking about a salute. Greet your brother. Speak to your brother. Or are you dodging brothers? You see brothers in their face, still won't speak to them. Oh, well, he ain't speak to me. I heard in the class a while back with Captain Manuel, right? He was saying that how brothers be getting their feelings because sometimes a brother may not salute him. And honestly and truthfully, the brother didn't even see him. Or he was physically present, but mentally absent because he was thinking about something else. Captain worded like that, but I'm paraphrasing. And these things do happen. Do you get in your feelings because that person didn't greet you? You take the initiative. Hey, shalom, bro. Most High in Christ bless. Brothers and sisters will get to a point, they'll hold things internally, and now you can't even shalom the brother. You can't shalom the sister. You dodge them purposely, waiting for them to approach to you. Who the hell you think you are? Why don't you just, hey, shalom, sis, Messiah in Christ bless. Don't be like that. 1 John 4 and 20. 1 John chapter 4, verse 20.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 4 and verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he have seen, how can he love God, whom he have not seen?
So this right here is something. If you hate your brother, if you don't have, matter of fact, Thomas, and I will call on you.
Shalom, leadership.
Hey, shalom, prophet. So give me an example of what love is. Is it talking about that, ooh, hold me close and gaze into my eyes? Yeah, nah, just for anybody else thinking it is.
An example of love between brothers would be you knowing what your brother going through and how to deal with your brother with his matter that he's going through. Like you genuinely showing your brother that care he needs at that moment, not just that fake, like how you were speaking earlier, not just that fake love, but genuinely showing that care and that love in that moment when he's the weakest.
Okay. I like that. So that's good. Tim, read verse 20 again.
Verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
So if you holding feelings towards your brother, your sister, and you claim you love God, you're in this truth, you're a liar. That's what the Bible say. Understand, we were created in God's image, right? And you are holding hatred towards him or her. If we were made in the same image, what you mad about? What you mad for? You know what I'm saying? Read verse 21.
Verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also.
This is very simple. It's a commandment. It is a commandment to love your brother. It is a commandment to love your sister. But yet, some of y'all will be standoffish. You don't want to say anything. You will find reasons not to talk to each other. You will create an issue in your mind why you shouldn't call a sister, why you shouldn't deal with her, why you shouldn't deal with that brother, when it is a commandment to love them. We was made in his image, and yet we still bear hatred towards the Creator, the Father's creation. So how you gonna hate the Father's creation? Give me John chapter 13, verse 34. John chapter 13, the 34th chapter. Verse, excuse me.
This is the book of John, chapter 13 and verse 34.
Mm-hmm.
A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another.
A commandment, once again, it is a commandment for us in Baton Rouge to love each other. to look out for each other. It says that ye love one another as I have loved you. So we should love each other as Christ loved us, right? So watch this. Go to Sirach 28:3. Sirach chapter 28, verse 3.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 28 and verse 3. One man beareth hatred against another, and doth he yet seek pardon from the Lord.
So how can you hate your brother and double back and ask the Lord for forgiveness? That don't work like that. You have to learn how to forgive. You understand? You have to learn how to forgive. It's that simple. So can you love God and hate your brother? No, you can't. Give me verse 4.
Verse 4. He showeth no mercy to a man which is like himself. And doth he ask forgiveness of his own sins?
So he showed no mercy. You don't have no mercy on your sister. You don't have no mercy on your brother. And then you go ask for forgiveness of your own sins and you can't forgive them. We can't do that. As a people, we are quick to be ruthless to one another, and we will show no mercy to the man next to you. For some of us, mercy wasn't something that we was taught. Compassion wasn't something that we was taught. Be around those men, those women who have that spirit, so you can glean from that, so you can learn that. Give me Sirach 28:5.
The book of Sirach, chapter 28 and verse 5. If he that is but flesh nourish hatred, who will entreat for pardon of his sins?
But he that is but flesh nourish hatred. The word nourish goes into, it means to promote the growth of, right? So you're promoting hatred. How? You can harbor on things that transpired or what you think happened, or that one incident that was resolved, and you keep thinking about it, enhancing the issues in your mind, right? You are afflicting yourself. You're going through all kind of things. You're making things worse than it really is. You're making a mountain out of a molehill, right? So give me verse 6.
Verse 6. Remember thy end, and let enmity cease. Remember corruption and death, and abide in the commandments.
Read.
Remember the commandments, and bear no malice to thy neighbor. Remember the covenant of the highest, and wink at ignorance.
Bear no malice towards your neighbor, towards your brother or sister. And that's what happens. A lot of times we hold on to stuff. We have malice. We have hatred towards each other. Learn how to just let stuff go. Let it go. At the end of the day, just let it go. Is it that serious? Watch. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 13, the first verse.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 1. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal.
So the tongues of men and of angels. So this is becoming a sounding brass and tinkling cymbals. This is talking about someone who's elegant in speech, right? They're real good with their words. That's what it's talking about. Read.
Verse 2. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understanding of all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing.
So you have the gift of prophecy. You can teach. You can do all these things, but the Bible says if you don't have charity, you're nothing. In order to have charity towards somebody, you have to have love for them. You have to be willing to go out of your way for them. Are you willing to do that? Read.
And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing.
You can do all these things. If you don't have charity, it profiteth you nothing. Absolutely nothing. This right here, this is the royal law. This is the royal law, right? So this is an example that I really like in the Bible of having compassion. example of charity and going out of your way for brothers. Go to Luke chapter 5, verse 15.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 5 and verse 15. But so much the more went there a fame abroad of him, and great multitudes came together to hear him, and to be healed by him of their infirmities.
So this is talking about Christ. It says, but so much more there was a fame abroad of him. So the things that Christ was doing was reaching the mountaintops, right? It was people, everybody was hearing about this thing, right? Keep reading.
And he withdrew himself into the wilderness and prayed. And it came to pass on a certain day, as he was teaching, that there were Pharisees and doctors of the law sitting by, which were come out of every town of Galilee, and in Judea, and in Jerusalem. And the power of the Lord was present to heal them.
So the Pharisees and the doctors of the law, right? All these people was here. It says, and the power of the Lord was present to heal them. It was a great multitude of people. Buku, as you say in Louisiana, buku people was there. Everybody and their mama was there. Read.
And behold, men brought in a bed, a man which was taken with a palsy. And they sought means to bring him in and to lay him before him.
So right here is the point that I want y'all to really think about. If you're looking at it in the scriptures, it says, and behold, men brought in a bed, a man which was taken with a palsy. Palsy meaning he had muscle failure. He couldn't control his limbs, right? And they sought means to bring him in and to lay him before him, to lay him before Christ. So these men took him and the bed, and they all had that one desire, that one goal. We gonna get our brother healed. They woke up and they had it on their mind. When they found out that the Christ was there, say, bro, it's your stuff. Come on, let's go. In my mind, I can only imagine, man, you so, there's a lot of people. Now, I'm speaking from the brother's point of view. It's in the bed. Man, you show us a lot of people. Man, don't worry about it, bro. Have faith. Have faith. You know the type of love you got to have for your brother till you pick him and the bed up to walk through a crowd? Keep reading.
Verse 19. And when they could not find by what way they might bring him in because of the multitude.
So there were so many people, they couldn't find it. They couldn't find a way to get to him. Now, they doing this is shoulder-to-shoulder traffic. Hey, IT, go on Google, pull up a picture. Where's a place with a lot of foot traffic? China, right? Rush hour, and they shoulder-to-shoulder, or New York. They shoulder-to-shoulder traffic, right? So look, read verse 19.
Verse 19. And when they could not find by what way they might bring him in because of the multitude, they went upon the housetop and let him down through the tiling with his couch into the midst before Jesus.
So it says when they could not find a way to bring him in through the multitude, because it's shoulder-to-shoulder foot traffic, they couldn't find a way. It says they went upon the housetop. So they took a brother and the bed on top of the house, right? And let him down through the tiling with his couch into the midst before Jesus. So in my mind, how I picture it, these men got to work together. Watch, go to, matter of fact, hold on. These men had to devise a plan, come together, find some rope, vines, whatever. Figure out a way how to hoist this bed up on the side of the house, or pull it through the door, walk it upstairs, because it says through the tiling, right? So what does it mean when it says through the tiling? Go to Mark chapter 2, verse 1. Mark chapter 2, verse 1. What is it talking about to explain the tiling? Let me show you.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 2, and verse 1. And again, he entered into Capernaum after some days, and it was noise that he was in the house. And straightway many were gathered together, and so much that there was no room to receive them.
So remember, in Luke it says a great multitude. This right here is telling you there was no room. This is shoulder to shoulder, bumper to bumper traffic. Read.
No, not so much as about the door. And he preached the word unto them. And they came unto him, bringing one sick of the palsy.
This is the same brother. Go ahead.
Which was born of 4.
4 brothers carried this man. 4 brothers, all unified in the same mind. Hold this. Give me 1 Corinthians 1 and 10. It's one of my favorite scriptures. They was all unified in the same mind. And their goal was, bro, we're going to get you healed, bro. How they say, hold what you got. Shout out to New Orleans, man. I was like, hold what you got. Hey, we gonna get you situated. We gonna make this happen for you, bro. And the brother, he like, man, y'all sure? All praises, bro. They carried him. Each brother got each corner. They are distributing the weight of the bed, working together. Read.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 10. Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye all speak the same thing.
They spoke the same thing. They were unified in their decision. They had one goal. Boy, we about to get you to the Christ. We will get you there, bro. Read.
And that there be no divisions among you.
There was no division amongst them. They worked together. It's evident in the scriptures they worked together. How you carry a bed through a multitude of people, through the house, through the tiling. Then lower the bed down. There was no division. They wasn't bickering and arguing over who's going to take charge, who's going to do this. One mind. Read.
But that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind.
They were perfectly joined together. Read.
And in the same judgment.
In the same judgment. In the same goal. They was determined, bro, we will get you healed, bro. This is a great example of unconditional love. That means they didn't care about their body aches, their shoulder hurting, the pain they was having on their hands from carrying, because this is real wood now. Real wood heavy. You know what I'm saying? Real wood is heavy. They didn't care about that. They had one goal. Bro, we'll get you situated. Don't even worry about it. Go back to Mark.
The book of Mark, chapter 2 and verse 4. And when they could not come nigh unto him for the press, they uncovered the roof.
So it says when they could not come nigh, meaning near unto him for the press, read.
They uncovered the roof.
They took the damn roof off. They were unified in that decision. Hey, look, we gonna do this. They already knew what it was. They pulled them up the house. They seen that. They already knew. That's coming off. That's coming off. What did it say they did? They uncovered the roof. They didn't break it up. They dismantled it. Read.
Where he was. And when they had broken it up, they let down the bed wherein the sick of the palsy lay.
When they got it done, they let him down. These brothers were unified, man. They let down the bed. Meaning they on the rooftop and they're lowering down together. Each brother got a rope, and they're just slowly lowering him down in the presence of the Christ, because they were unified to get this man healed. And what happened?
When Jesus saw their faith, he said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, thy sins be forgiven thee.
When Christ seen that, in my mind, how I picture, well, boy, wow. I know y'all believe. You got it. You're forgiven. Because they went through all that trouble, which to them, it wasn't trouble. It was a small obstacle for the joy for their brother. This man was going to have a new life, and they understood that. Man, it's nothing. Hey, carry that side. Let's make it happen. Go back to the book of Luke, chapter 5, and read verse 19.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 5 and verse 19. And when they could not find by what way they might bring him in because of the multitude, they went upon the housetop.
So it says the housetop is referring to, go back to Mark 2, 1 through 5, explains the housetop. Read.
And when they and let him down through the tiling which is with his couch into the midst before Jesus.
Read.
And when he saw their faith, he said unto him, Man, thy sins are forgiven thee.
We have to be like that. We have to have that mindset to where we are willing to sacrifice things for each other. I'm willing to hurt and bleed for you, bro, to make sure your benefit. We have to have that mindset. That's genuine love for each other. I'm going to go out of my way for you, bro. Sister, I'm going to go out of my way for you. Brothers don't want to lose damn sleep. Sometimes someone may call you because they're going through something. They might need a listening ear. So what? You can't listen to your brother? You can't listen to your sister? Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Now, that don't mean I'll be calling talking about craziness and just want to just BS on the phone. If you call me 3 o'clock in the morning, you want to BS, but get off my phone. I'm tired. Now, if you got something going on, that's a different story. So go to 1 John chapter 3, verse 11. So that was a great example of unity and teamwork, being unified, having the same mindset. That's one of my favorite examples personally. Read that.
The book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 11. For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another.
So that we should love one another. It was a commandment to show love. Those brothers executed that perfectly. They kept their brother in mind. They went through pain and suffering, aches, pains, carrying the bed, problem solving, issues. They went through all these things, but they were relentless in getting their brother healed. And that is a great takeaway for all of us, and that's how we all should be. Read verse 12.
Verse 12. Not as Cain, who was of that wicked one.
So read verse 11 and 12 together.
Verse 11. For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another. Not as Cain, who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother. And wherefore slew he him, because his own works were evil, and his brother's righteous.
Don't be like that. Don't have that mindset to where you want to cut down a brother or sister because you're not performing up to par, and that brother or sister is in the spirit. Don't have that mindset. That's the wrong way to think. So if you battle with these issues, and you still choose to ignore this, you are losing yourself. You're losing the spirit within you. You're losing the spirit within you. If you're dodging brothers and you don't have that spirit of love, your love is conditional. Someone got to do something for you to give the love back. It's crazy. Matter of fact, perfect example. I called Soji Melchiah because I needed help with the issue. He said, "Don't worry about it. I got you." I wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? But it's things like that, because that's unconditional love. There was no help me. Nothing was required. There was no stipulation behind it. It came from a place of being genuine and wanted to help his brother. And it was greatly appreciated. And it's small things like that. When you need help, don't be in a prideful place and be like, nah, I don't need that. Don't put your family in a bind because you're too prideful to ask for help. Shit, boy, you crazy. If you have that mindset, the Lord will hit that reset button on your spirit. He go put you in the same trial. Watch this. Go to Sirach chapter 13. Not 13. Sirach chapter 10, and read verse 13.
This is the book of Sirach chapter 10 and verse 13.
12 and 13.
The book of Sirach chapter
10
and verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from God, and his heart is turned away from his maker.
So the beginning of pride, it says, is when one departed from God. So when that pride fall on you, because you having that conditional love is a form of pride. Because remember, conditional means it has to be a certain stipulation behind it. It has to be a certain requirement. In order for me to generate this type of love, I have to receive this. The audacity of you. The nerve. Nah. It says the beginning of pride is when one departed from God, and his heart, his mind, is turned away from his maker. Christ wasn't like that with us. Why you being like that with him or her? Read.
For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. Strange calamities.
You gonna start going through the same. You gonna go through the same trial over and over and over and over again because you're too prideful to ask for help. Because your love is conditional, so you're projecting and expecting everybody else's love to be conditional. Nah, there are some people who have unconditional love for their people, and they really want to help, but you are going to hinder yourself and your family because of your pride. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Give me John 8:44. We're almost done.
This is the book of John, chapter 8 and verse 44.
So if you are still, like I said before, if you know you battled this issue and you're still choosing to ignore this, read.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
You're the damn devil. You are not trying to fix it. Read.
In the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh it of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
So don't allow your love to be conditional. Have unconditional love for your people. Have that spirit of charity. Be willing to go out of the way for the next man or for the next sister to look out for them, because you want the same thing. Last scripture, give me Ephesians 4:2 and 3. You was doing good, bro.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, and verse 2. With all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love.
Go ahead.
Endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace.
And that's something that we all should do. Endeavor to keep the spirit of the unity of the. Endeavor to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. With everything that go on, trials, tribulations, misunderstandings, arguments that's going to take place, all because we're in this truth, don't mean you won't fuss and argue with your brother or sister. It's going to happen. But you got to endeavor. Push through it. All right? With that being said, I'm Officer Yana with IUIC Baton Rouge. Hey, shalom.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.